Thank you, Chairman. I have a question on the motion. May I ask? I'm sorry, I have a question on the motion. May I ask that of the maker?
You may.
Okay. Representative Causer, you and I have been on this committee with Representative Vitale and Representative Rapp for 12 years.
14.
14 for you. I only got here 12 years ago. I've missed in those 12 years 4 meetings. 2 of them for the death of my sister and 1 for the death of my father and once when I was sick. I don't recall when we were forming Act 13 that it included conventional wells. Earlier you said that when DEP and EQB promulgated these rules, they violated a number of existing Commonwealth laws that had been passed over the last 4 years. Could you please elaborate on that a little bit? You read off a list of all the things they did against the law, and I just wanted to note those.
The points that I made were that the department violated the Regulatory Review Act in many ways by not providing appropriate information that's required under the Act and required to be submitted as part of the regulatory analysis form. So these are very clear violations and in fact are a problem for public transparency. These are documents that under statute and regulations are required so that the public knows what is being submitted or proposed for regulation. So there's a very clear violation of the Regulatory Review Act transparency requirements, and then a very clear violation of Act 126 of 2014.
Thank you. And earlier Representative Rapp said there was a issue with them not furnishing any economic impact assessments of this promulgated rule. Is that? Am I right?
The gentleman's correct. There's a section in the Regulatory Review Act entitled Small Business Statutory Requirements, whereby we're supposed to consider the impact on small business when crafting regulations, and there again the DEP has completely ignored that requirement in violation of the law.
Thank you. I'm aware that this is also the reason the Supreme Court of the United States has put a stay on the Clean Water Act, that the people on the federal level, EPA, furnished no economic impact studies for the rules they were promulgating.
Mr. Pyle, if you'd stay on the question before us.
Thank you. Chairman, may I comment on this motion?
You may continue.
Mr. Chairman, I appreciate that people come here with their own volitions. Now, earlier we heard this is needed. It's been tried for 4 years. I recall making votes on the House floor on such motions. None of them ever gathered a Democratic majority of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You took your shot. You lost. So now we find ourselves going to a non-elected body. I dare anybody here to identify 5 of these people who are making rules that affect people, as Representative Rapp identified, who are dependent on these industries to feed their families. Now, earlier we heard from one of my colleagues that say we need to protect the families. Armstrong County has 14,000 conventional wells. Indiana County has 17,000. We're okay. We're not having health issues. We're not having water issues. Our conventional industry, you know, the one that's heated our homes for 50 years, is okay. Now, if we're going to make the cost of doing business more expensive, at very least, Chairman, I must insist the rule of law is followed. And I would encourage people who don't agree with what the vote of the legislature was to do better. Please vote for the Causer Amendment. Thank you.